I remember when I was younger, I was hurt by a man, not in a physical, spiritual, emotional. I was just let down. I was really let down. I lost a lot of trust. And that one incident, I mean, I'm 42 and I could still cry over that. And I took that hurt and that pain and that lack of trust, and it permeated so many areas of my life that Satan just said, I'm gonna put this everywhere.
Right.
And I remember when I got married, I've been married for almost 20 years now, and those early years, I put all of that hurt onto my husband and just was waiting for him to hurt me the same way. I mean, in my head, it was a matter of time. And listen, a lot of counseling, a lot of therapy, a lot of Jesus. I can say today, 20 years of marriage and 25 years past that pain, that I can't say that Aaron will never hurt me.
Right.
But here's what I have learned, is that God will never, ever hurt me. And so when I think about that pain and I think how Satan meant it for so much harm, God has actually done so much in me to make me stronger, not stronger as in I'm amazing and can do anything.
Right.
But stronger as in, God, I trust you. Like, you have given me a spirit. You have left us with the Holy Spirit. You have given that spirit in me. And if my husband or if another man or if anyone hurts me and loses my trust again, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I'm strong.
Right.
Not because of myself, but because of the power of the Holy Spirit in me. I was reading the other day in 2 Timothy 1:7, and he says this, for God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. And I think about that. For so many years, I was a woman with the spirit of fear.
Wow.
Just walking in fear. And I was a follower of Jesus, but I couldn't shake it. And the older I've gotten, the more I've started to believe that you have not put that in me. Something happened to me. You didn't put that in me.
Right.
You put love, power.
Right.
Another translation says, instead of self-control, self-discipline.
Right.
And because of that, I can trust you, God. And so I think I just want to know from you guys, like, has there been any time in your life where you've had to overcome something and you see your strength as a gift now because of what God has done in your life?
I'm like, any time or like today?
Most of
Today? All the time. Oh my goodness, I've actually shared this story before on this show in a different subject matter, but it relates. Yes, I've had multiple things spoken over me. I remember when I was in a different singing group before I came to Nashville and decided I'm gonna pursue a solo deal. And the leader of the group, the person that you're looking to for basically like a pastor, an authority, said, oh, did you actually think that you were a good singer? I mean, you're actually a zero. These are exact words. You're actually a zero. In fact, I never hired you for your singing voice. I hired you for your personality, but that didn't turn out to be very good either. I can laugh about it now. I can laugh, literally all oh.
Is that your thick skin, soft heart? Is that when it started?
Thick skin, soft heart. But do you know that for years, that was not only did it crush me and oftentimes make me feel like I was a zero, but it fueled me in the wrong way too. Because it fueled me with an anger that was oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna show you who's a zero, And it's funny because then you can say, well, no, but that kind of fueled you in a good way because it led you to, well, no. It didn't. It didn't fuel me because it was coming from a place still of such a wound. And I think that's the thing is, yes, God will always use the wounds. In fact, I think he uses the wounds more than anything else in our lives. I know that the theologian will tell me, this isn't theologically correct, but I'm pretty sure that God maybe doesn't reserve a piece of himself, but I just experience him in the valley in ways I never experienced him on the mountain. Yet we always want the mountaintop so badly. But I experience him and I'm like, are you just making me more aware of you? I know you don't reserve a piece of yourself for those who are in the deepest valley, but sometimes it feels like he does.
Sure does.
Because
So
you just
near.
experience him in such a real way. But I think that wound, that's the thing. We have to allow him to heal those wounds. Otherwise, it's gonna hold us back, whether it's keeping us from being able to step out because we're paralyzed by a negative word, or it actually fuels us to step out, but we're stepping out from a place of bitterness and anger
and then the
instead of
trajectory
wholeness.
is just a little bit off.
Totally.
I think I was talking to some younger friends recently, and I said, I think our culture with regards to women who have been legitimately wounded, I think we've gotten empower and enrage mixed up.
Yeah.
Because it's totally different when you're enraged, because that leads you to a place you actually don't want to get. But to be empowered is redemptive. Leads you to the place God has always called you.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload.
And don't forget to check out our Better Together shop. Thanks for being a part of our community.